Hello everyone. Thanks for being waiting. So I think we can start now. So good afternoon to all. Today we can learn about how can we increase the productivity by saving time in the design process. So here I can teach you an interesting tool in Solidworks which helps you to save your golden time and make your work faster. So our today's topic is tips and tricks on Solidworks productivity tools. So that means session, if you have any doubts and queries, please note it down. We can discuss in the last 10 minutes. So let me introduce myself. My name is Vignesh C, working as an application engineer and it is Computers India Private Limited. So we can see the today's agenda for our topic. So we start from introduction and then go to convert files and testing migrations and rebuild documents, and then come with reference documents and print, import and export. And after that, creation of drawings and e-drawings, and finally managing scheduled photos and animations. So good introduction. So SolidWorks task scheduler. Okay, all the tasks mentioned above are done on the tool. Is called a SolidWorks task scheduler. So let me explain what is task scheduler. Okay, we can see an intro about that. Okay, task scheduler is a very useful tool which can perform the hundreds of tasks which are following simple rules that user can easily specify. So you can perform an intensive task like rebuilding a large assembly like that. So it helps you to set your tasks to perform at your future time. So and also you can schedule the task in this to perform at off peak hours also. So by the way, you can assign a task and during that time you can do your document works like Excel documents or Word documents, etc. So you can also manage your tasks which can be run once daily, weekly, or monthly basis. So next, why task scheduler we can use. Okay. So in some cases, designers convert the models to PDFs or JPGs to show the design information to with the non-CAD users. So whenever we convert files like this, we can spend so much time in the case of large assembly. Okay. So all these has time consumes and make us boring. Okay. So to overcome this, we can use task scheduler to save our time. So in the meantime, we can do document works. So already I explained now. So we can do a documents works like Excel and Word, etc. So and next, I show you a task scheduler interface. So on the left side there is a task sidebar. So where we can set up a task, and after that there is a task panel in the right side. So where we can see whatever the task we can assign and our status of the task. So all of them we can see by here. Okay. And let me show you a small video of the interface. So here, sorry. And here we can see that the task. So okay, we can know about what is a today task and the future task and the past, present, and the both of the task. Okay. And by the way, in view there is an option view. So in view there is an options where you can find the folder location for task options. So this is what task output folder it was mentioned here. So how we can get the task output is like an HTML report to know whether the task is completed or not. So the HTML report can be saved in the folder was the task working folder. So we can assign whatever the folder as we like. Okay. So next we move to so first task we see that convert files. So first option the task sidebar. So in that you can convert your SolidWorks files from earlier release to the current one. So when opening the older version file in SolidWorks, the opening time is more than being a current version. Okay. So by the way, the opening time of an assembly file is less. So, and you don't need to save each and every individual file to the latest version. Okay. So we can convert the batches of files to the latest version using this convert files option. Okay. So this is the first task, and I sent an also a video here. So let us show you. So first option, convert files, and there we can add a file or add a folder, entire folder to for the process convert files process. And now I add a own assembly file here. So wheel assembly, and after I send there's an option called advanced. So like I show you before, the task options for the result output folder. So we can also assign here itself in the advanced options. And after that, I assign the task time to set which time the task must be run. Okay. So after the particular time, the task completed. So now I have to see that the resultant file. So in the convert files tab, there is a task failure report, which is HTML report. We can see the report. And the wheel assembly, now see there is a converted to the latest version 2023. So we can the document must be converted to the latest version. So this is how the process works. We can assign a task by adding a file or folder. So I just show this is an example for one task. Okay. So next we move to second one, upgrade assistant. So when you are planning to migrate new version of SolidWorks, you can use upgrade assistant to test your SolidWorks files, like parts, assemblies, and drawings. So it will migrate correctly to the latest version. Okay. So this task can only be available if you have two version of SolidWorks, which means one earlier version and one the current one. Okay. So why? Because this task is useful for find the comparison, okay, between the same file used in both versions. So be in that comparison, we can find the changes in performance, and we can know if any rebuild error occurs, and we can comparing that center of mass. Okay. So finally, we get the conclusion about the file will migrate successfully or not. So so I attached one video for the upgrade assistant. So at same that convert files, we can assign the task here. So after the completed, after the task completed, we can see a report. For upgrade assistant only, we can see the report through the HTML. So I show you now. And here I converted a file which can be used in both the SolidWorks 22 and 2023 also. So I show you the report now. So if in this you can find the differences which are the performance changes and file size and volume and center of mass comparison. So by validating all this, if there is no errors are found, your data will migrate successfully to the latest version which you have. Okay. So like that we can use the update assistant tool to convert our data, so to migrate our data successfully. Okay. And next one, update files. So you can update the specified documents in it. So as I told, the add file interface was same as I mentioned in the convert files. So what it actually do is, so it rebuilds the document you specified here in the location. Okay. So when you work with any old file or a file which your colleague maybe worked at last time, you can't know if any changes occurred. Okay. So when you rebuild the document, it updates the features since the model was last rebuilt. So whenever you have a batch of files which you want to update, you can assign with this task option. Okay. And same, and next one, update associated files. So the same as update files here, but here it can also update the reference files. Okay. Here I placed two images, wherein first one, in the left one, we have to specify the file. For example, if I have a specific assembly file, so which is called a seed file. Okay. So in the name itself, mentioned the seed file path name, and in the second right side one, you have to add the folder. Okay, where the referenced where the files which are referenced by the seed are also be updated. So only the reference files in the particular folder only updated, not all the files are updated. Okay. And next, print files. Okay. So in the print files here, you can print your detailing design through print option. So you can assign the task for batch printing of files using document printer settings. So you can also set page setup for specified files, like if you want A3 sheet or A4 sheet for a specified document, you can also assign in this task. Okay, and we can choose to use a document saved printer settings for each present task. Okay, and next we see about import files. So in this, we can import the files to SolidWorks. So as like as SolidWorks. Okay. Here there are eligible formats I presented here, which so these are also available in SolidWorks too. So the same here also available, and it automatically imports the file and save it to the same folder, or else you can set a specified folder for the output file location. So for the print and hereafter print files, import files also. So the output folder which comes now, we can assign the specific folder, or we can set the same as the original file. Okay, for the output folder. And next, export files. So here, like import, you can export the files into another formats, just like a SolidWorks. And here, the formats which can be eligible to export for SolidWorks are mentioned here. So SolidWorks, the SolidWorks has this type of export options. And after assigning a task, it exports the file to a specific format. So like import, you can export the files in other formats just like a SolidWorks. And so after assigning a task, it exports the file to a specified format and save it on the same folder as the original file. You can set. Okay. And next we go to update custom properties. Okay, and this function is to add or modify the existing custom properties for individual files, batches of files, or entire folders. In the right side image, I showed that custom properties which can be used to be modified or add. So it can be useful when many files are saved without custom properties, but those constant or file specific properties need to show up in the assembly bill of materials. So at that time, we can commonly specify properties in the task like revision and checked by checked date and material weight, like that. So you can assign that to add into the custom properties in the specific file for the entire folder. And then create drawings. So drawings are we also know that drawings are output of the model design with detailing. So in this task, you can set to convert the part or assembly file to the specified drawing template. So here we have to create drawing template with a predefined view. So in the top right, I mentioned one image. Please input a drawing template with a predefined view. So why? Because so you can, so based on the predefined view only, the drawing view is created. In that in SolidWorks, we can manually pick or a part or assembly to insert into the drawing sheet and create a specified view. But in TaskScheduler, it automatically creates a view, so that we can set the predefined view template for creating the drawing sheet. Okay, and you can use also multiple sheets in that specific template, drawing template. And when you create drawings for a batch of files, so use this task and it can reduce the manual work little slightly. Okay, and then we move to create e-drawings. So here you can export your SolidWorks documents like part or assembly doc to e-drawings. So by e-drawings, you can represent both 2D drawing and E3D model. So then we can collaborate to a model with non-SolidWorks users, and in some cases used in manufacturing too. So to be a 3D model also. So like drawings, we can assign the to add a file to convert into a e-drawings format, like file or folder location. And render and animation. So in render, so all the above tasks which we seen are can be assigned in SolidWorks Task Scheduler. Sorry, but render and animation can be assigned only in SolidWorks because these two process works with the respective tools. Okay, so for render, if I take render first, I take render. So for render, you can schedule render in render tools, and you can set the output location for the render operation. Okay, so by render, we can create interactive environment for viewing designs. and it can be used for photorealistic renderings and to showcase your design to your clients attractively. Okay, so and the same like next one, animation. So same as render, animation can also be assigned in SolidWorks. So here animation can be created in motion studies. So group of motion study can be created as an animation, and so by animation we can make our design presentation as worthy animation, and our model presentation should be more dynamic and make our information in your design more memorable. Okay, so for render and animation, I just show you a video, attach a video to example how that these two options must be in schedule. Okay, so for render, there is an option in render tools. I can mark here also schedule render. So in the right side there's a schedule render option. So in that we can add a save file location to create a render output, and I show in an animation. There's a video here. So in that video I created one small animation for just 5 seconds to rotate about a model. So after that motion I saved it as an animation video. So in that there is an option schedule. So I schedule the task now, and I also there is a save file folder, and now here I choose the desktop folder and animations. Now I assign the task time. So after that yeah, I assign a task, automatically it comes to task scheduler. The task will comes. Okay, so now the task must be scheduled in the task scheduler. Okay, so but I created the task in the SolidWorks option. Okay, so now I just after the particular time the task must be completed. So now I go to that respective output folder. I see the output video. Okay, so this is how the animation works. Okay, so this is all the productivity tools. By using these all tools, we can save our time for the slightly works. You may have one doubt. This is option we can do in SolidWorks itself, but when we work with the batches of files, a group of files, and large assembly documents, it can be very useful to increase our productivity, and we make our design faster. Okay, and I finished my session, and if any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you. Is anyone have any doubts in that session? You can ask me now. Tell me, sir.
Sir, once again I will repeat animation concept of
Animation. Yeah, just a minute, sir. So here, so I created a motion study. So to rotate about a model in 5 seconds. So after that, I saved it as an animation video. Okay. So I click now save animation. In that there is an option called schedule. Okay, so we can schedule that the video transmission, that particular motion study can be converted into video at the scheduled time can be converted. So we can schedule the task here, and there is an option the save file too. So where I select the location for the output folder. So here I select that an animation folder to save file to the animation video output. Okay, so and then I assign a task at the particular time. So after finish, we can go to task scheduler now. So here the task must be assigned now, and after that task time, the task must be completed. So we can see here the task must be completed now. So after we go to that output folder and check, there is an output video converted here. Is it okay for? I think Mr. Chaudeshwaran sir.
okay.
Okay, thanks. Is anyone else have some doubts? Okay, let's confirm once again. If nobody has doubt means we can end the session now. And if you want to know put some detailing means you can mail this ID last vignesh@ejs.co.in. So for all for the confirmation from you all, I end the session now. Thanking you.